Hi everyone, Chris here, and today we're talking about storytelling in instructional design and specifically about how the three-act structure and the hero's journey directly relates to our learner's journey, especially when we acknowledge that our learner is the hero of this story. So we've already talked about what happens in Act 1 and what happens in Act 2, and now we're on to Act 3. So there are three phases of the hero's journey that typically make up Act 3 in a three-act structure. And they are the road back, resurrection, and returning with the elixir. You gotta love Joseph Campbell with these names. So essentially, the road back is sort of a reversal of the call to adventure. This is when our hero realizes they need to return home. And they're returning home, they're either going to get a claim, vindication, absolution, something. They're going to get something when they go home. And this definitely parallels our learners in their learner journey because we can't keep them forever in our training. So we're going to eventually have to send them home. They're going to go home, and hopefully they're going to be welcomed back with this new knowledge and these new skills that we've imparted them with. The next phase of the hero's journey is the resurrection. And this typically refers to like the final and most dangerous battle that our hero faces. This is when they come the closest to death, or for our learners, this is when they actually have to apply all of their learning and all of their practice in the real world. Learning how to do something in a classroom, taking an e-learning module and doing the little quiz at the end, that's real safe. And it's safe and comfortable for a reason. We want people to take chances in that learning environment. But eventually they go back. And training, almost always, the goal is a change in behavior. And this is that final battle. Are our heroes going to be able to apply what they've learned? Is their behavior going to change? Are they going to be able to do the things that they were trained to do in an environment that may or may not be friendly? So they're putting everything on the line to try and apply what they've learned. And the last phase of the hero's journey is returning with the elixir. Now this, in a typical story, is when the hero goes back to their village and they're just returning to their normal life, only they've been changed in some way. And as far as looking at the learner's journey, this is when they've gone through that final daring battle and they've applied what they've learned in the actual working environment. And so the return with the elixir, the return to normal life, is when they take that change and they make it part of their normal everyday lives. And that's really what we're looking for when we put together training for somebody, is to have this final result. They go back, they apply, and that application becomes just a part of who they are. They've been changed in some way. They have these new skills. They have this new knowledge. They've proven that they can apply it in the workplace, and they just do. And it becomes ordinary. They return to their ordinary world with these new skills, this new change. And that is how the hero's journey almost exactly parallels the learner's journey, and how the entire training experience, the whole learning experience, sort of follows the typical flow of a three-act structure. Now, all of this talk the last couple of days about the hero's journey and how it parallels the learner's journey was really a back-ended way of sharing the hero's journey and sharing some of these elements of storytelling. So tomorrow, I'm going to share how you can use what we've learned so far about storytelling to create a really effective scenario inside of your training. And for that, you'll have to tune in tomorrow. So I will talk with you then.